Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is Bright Angel, and I just want to remind you guys that in my last video I started doing a giveaway, and as of this moment you can still make the cut. So if you want some free cards, make sure to check out the video in the description. I'm gonna leave a link right there. And if you don't make the cut, still consider subscribing because I will be doing more giveaways in the future. I actually have 2 more giveaways in later this month actually. So if you want to win some free cards, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And so let's get right into my deck profile. So this is my one and only deck at the moment. I am making a return to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I went out and bought 3 of the Rokket Revolt decks. And I put some of them together, and this is what I have so far. I haven't tried this build against anybody at my locals or with anybody at all. I've only been sort of doing test hands right here at home, just by myself, just seeing how I can set up my field and stuff. But let's get into. We'll start with the monsters. I have 3 Rokket Tracers. Good card. One of their newest monsters also. 3 Magna Rockets. I think this is the one that if it's targeted by a link monster, you get to choose a face-up opponent's card and destroy that one as well. End itself. We have 3 Abzo Routers. 10 of these. Another new card, I think. This one special summons itself from the hand to the field if you control another rocket monster. Silver Rocket Dragon. This one I think is also new. Not sure. But this one targets when it's targeted by a link monster, you use his effect, quick effect, to look into your opponent's extra deck and banish a monster. Really good. Shell Rocket Drag. I use 2 of these. I think this one destroys. I think the way this one works is when it's targeted and its effect is activated, it'll destroy monsters on the same column, meaning whatever's in front of it. And whatever is next to that monster that got destroyed too. So potentially you can destroy up to 3 monsters if you trigger its effect. Rocket Charger. I think that one special summons a monster, a link monster. This is auto rocket. 1 metal rocket, 1 exploder rocket, rocket synchron, 1 defrag, and it looks like I have another auto rocket. So 2 auto rockets. I don't know why I had those split up like that. Here are the magic cards. We use 3 quick launches. You can activate, I think, multiple of these in your hand. It's not once per turn. We use 3 Boral regenerators. I think, yeah, you can special summon a rocket in the graveyard, and it has a good second effect too. If the rocket monster that you special summon using this card is destroyed, you get to draw 1 card. And most of the time, a lot of the time, you're going to be destroying your rocket monsters with Rocket Tracer or the next card. Yeah, Squibjaw. You're also going to be destroying your monsters with Squibjaw, so you can use Boral Regenerator. Now you get a monster back. Let's say you get Shell Rocket. Now you can use Squibjaw to destroy it. You get to draw now 3 cards. So 3 of these, 1 Rapid Trigger, which is basically polymerization, 2 polymerizations, Boot Sector Launch, Boral Supplier, Twin Twister, and basically 3 Mirror Force and 0 Day Blaster. So I haven't dueled with anybody yet, against anybody yet, and so this is what I have so far. You know, I might end up switching some cards out if I do get to duel with anyone sometime soon. For now, all of the cards in my deck are cards that I got from the Rokket Revolt structure. Here are the extra deck monsters. I have the fusion. It's Borload. Is it Borload or Borreload? I think the E is silent. Warlord Fusion Dragon, Furious Dragon. We have the Link 2 monsters, Booster Dragon and Quad Boro Dragon. I like Booster Dragon better. I think you can activate his effect in your opponent's turn. I'll show you so I guess how you want to set up the field if you can only summon a Link 2. I would go with Booster Dragon, but I'll show you in a sec how you can set up your field to sort of protect yourself. Triple Burst Dragon, I didn't like it at first, but then I read its second effect where you can basically special summon 3 to the field, or yeah, let me read it. During the main phase, except the turn it was special summoned, you can tribute this card, then target one Link 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then you can special summon one level 4 lower dragon monster from your hand. So you can basically go into a Link 3 again by activating his second effect, but I wouldn't really use it. I feel that these two are my favorite, with these two. Topologic Zeroboros, it has an effect that banishes itself and all the cards in the field, but then it comes back. And it's a Link 4. And your other Link 4 is Warlord Dragon, which is a really good card actually. When you summon it, it can't be targeted by monster effects. Pretty good. Alright, so to set up the field, usually you would want to have your board set with one of these in your extra monster zone. These are your strongest ones. I would recommend to go with this one at all costs, just because I think he has a better effect. And if possible, if you open up with multiple quick launches, you can end up with a field that has him with whichever other rocket. I would prefer having either him or silver rocket. If you can open up a field and have him on board with either of these, I think that that'll be, if anything, the best start that you can have. I'll show you. I'm sure this has been shown on YouTube already. To summon him, I'll show you, I guess, a combo. To summon him on board, you basically need to open up with a quick launch and an Absol route. And I'll show you guys how that goes. Let's start. So you have quick launch, activate quick launch, summon Rokket Tracer from your deck, I think. Take to the field, use Absol Router's effect, special summon from because you have another Rokket Tracer to destroy Absol Router. Search Rokket Synchron to hand, and then Rokket Tracer's effects. You also get to special summon because you destroyed Absol Router. Now you get to special summon another. So you normal summon Synchron, Rokket Synchron, and now you get to special summon this guy up on the field. Now I think if you open up polymerization at this moment, if you also open up with polymerization, these two, you make this guy Furious Dragon. Now you link these two away to get Quad Boro. Use Quad Boro's effect to send it to the graveyard and special summon 2 monsters, 2 rocket monsters with different effects. So let's get these. Now use Warlord Furious Dragon's effect. Bring Link 2. I think it's a Link. Oh, it's just one Link monster in your graveyard. You bring it back. Now you can. Actually, I would do these. Link these 4. So this counts as 2, 3, 4. And now get Warlord. And you have this. So you can also destroy the card. That's how you get that on the board. I think that's going to be your best best field to start with, and this also works best if you, that way you don't have any interruptions. And yeah, another one, most of the time what you're gonna end up with is something like this, because I've been doing test hands, and for the most part this is the best that I can do, unless I do open with quick launch, polymerization, and AppSo router in my hand. Alright guys, that's gonna be it. If you liked the video, make sure to like it and subscribe. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway later in 2 weeks. If you want to get yourself some free cards, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.